All right, what up, y'all? It's your boy Creative B Down, and today I have Future Gohan and I have Trunks here, and we're going to talk about the Awoken skill, Future Super Saiyan. So, in my personal opinion, this move has been highly, and I mean highly, misinterpreted for its purpose. And today I'm going to show you all exactly how this move works, or I will say how to get the best use from it. And so everyone has a say, and you should have got this. I forgot from what. There's an alternate way to get this move, but anyway, let's first get into this. Everyone loves damage. That's pretty much the trend in Xenoverse 2. When people make builds, they're typically going for damage. This is not it. If you're here for damage, this is not for you. This is not meant for your build. Future Super Saiyan is not exactly meant for damage. Not saying that you can't use Super Souls that activate on transformations to boost damage, because you could definitely do that, because one of the biggest benefits of Future Super Saiyan is that you could activate it early game. That means as soon as you get 3 bars, you can actually, let me show you it now. See? See how quick that was? And if you do that close range, really there's, unless someone perfect blocks that, on most occasions you really not going to. But it is possible. But you could definitely, if you're attacking, if you miss anything, you could throw that out immediately. You can use it as a defense mechanism. In all honesty, you could just block in. If you find a gap, just throw that out. It's as simple as that. And so let's go into the actual stats of it. So the movement speed boost is really minuscule. I don't think personally is worth mentioning. Uh, so we have the damage, right? 10% boost, which is basically a medium boost to strike and basic attack. But then you also have a 5% boost to normal Ki Blast and also Ki Blast attack. So like I said, this is really not exactly meant for damage. It gives you a 10% damage to basic attack. That's a good, I would say. If you're running a build that's pretty much built upon basic attack, this can honestly be a lot more beneficial, especially with whatever super soul you decide to put on. And so let's get to the other benefits of this skill. So we end up doing this, right. Like I say, this is a transformation based around endurance. You also get the Super Saiyan effect. So you still get this and you still get this. And if you happen to have any chargeable key attacks, you still get the teleportation mechanic added to it. So all of that is pretty useful. So let's actually get into, I would say, actually, let me go to the Super Saiyan effect first. So I'm going to do this with every transformation that has this effect. So with this effect, right, you get the tracking. You get the automatic tracking. As long as it won't happen when you're up close. Because if you're up close, then you're wasting time. This is the fastest it can be. So you automatically go into it. As long as you don't have to do no dash, you automatically go into the attack. But if you have to do if you have to do that, what it's going to do, it's going to replace that with you automatically vanishing. And it makes it faster. Actually, does it? And I doubt it. Probably around the same speed. But in all honesty, it makes you invincible. So you're invincible while you're still not seen. So while you're still not seen, you're invincible. And then you're only vulnerable when you appear. And when you appear, you're already attacking. So this is great for people sidestepping. If they're sidestepping, you could definitely throw that out. And people love to sidestep when they're very offensive. So you could do this little method. I'll get into a video about it later, but you could Definitely do that once you get good at it. I know it looks slow, but you really gotta think out. Like everything I tell y'all, I literally show y'all real gameplay examples of. So I will show y'all that. Literally, you could just someone's trying to sidestep you, they try to light heavy you and jump to your side and play with your camera and everything. Just gain space, move backwards to keep in front of them, and you literally just do that. And that tracking is better than this. And I'm gonna tell you why it's better, because you're teleporting and they don't start your animation. Your animation does not start until you're actually within range. So that means that animation, so you don't start fully tracking them until your animation starts. So you can't really tell the difference now until you're on a moving opponent. And when they're moving sideways, like, oh, it works. So this is definitely great for offense and great for catching opponents moving sideways. Moving backwards, not so much. Moving sideways, yes. Perfect. Okay. And so now let's get into the charge attacks. So the charge attacks, this is how this works. This is great for defensive opponents. When you have someone who's moving in a defensive manner or you got them on a defense, if you can find an opening, you could definitely throw this out. Definitely a great way for pressure. Just something simple. Oh, hold on. There's different ways to get this out. You just gotta find your opening depending on who you're playing against and what they're doing. It's not just gonna be one simple, no cookie cutter, one size fits all type of method, but there are ways like this because they have to turn around. They have to turn around. But like I say, you just gotta get in where you can fit in, make this stuff work. And of course, this travels a distance. So this could really be a damn. Damn. Hold up. Okay, I was say damn. But anyway, so that could really be a great mid-range guard break or a mid-range combo starter and starting that damage off. You're doing a fully charged attack. And with Gohan, that's almost 2,000 damage at first. That's actually pretty crazy. But let's get into it with the biggest thing with this skill. The biggest thing with this skill is its defensive ability. So, and this skill has to be complemented with other equips and other skills. So we have a great defensive evasive energy dome. All evasives have some defensive capability to them because you can literally evade attacks. But this isn't a defensive evasive. I say that because it is literally meant to create space. I will get more into this evasive later. So it's 3 bars, right? And you see how it knocks them back? And then it gives me time to regenerate my stamina. So when Future Super Saiyan comes in, right? You have a 15% boost to stamina regeneration. Please remember that. You have a 15% boost to stamina regeneration. So let me take this away. If you could, I wish I could do a side by side, but if you could just look at that. Do you see it? You see the regeneration right now? Now look at the regeneration. Goes just that little bit much faster, and that could definitely be needed within critical situations in battle. Not to mention that you also get that boost because when you're being juggled, so when you're being juggled, your stamina comes back faster. It also applies to that as well. So you're able to get out of things a lot more quicker. Remember that. Also, I do recommend that with something like this, you stay near the ground. Oh, why is that? Let me show you. Because the reason is, like I said, this is about stamina regeneration. Not only does your stamina regenerate faster while you're on the ground, that also goes the same for standing combos. So as long as you're being comboed and you're still standing on the ground, you are still receiving that stamina boost just from the mechanic of standing on the ground, no matter if you're getting attacked or not. So you're also still receiving that accelerated boost at the same time with Future Super Saiyan. So you of course you're on the ground, you're getting a boost of stamina regeneration from that, and you're also being attacked. So you're also getting stamina regenerate where you're getting bits of stamina back just from being attacked. All this added together gives you more time. It gives you more options to do your defensive abilities and actions. All of that goes into play. A lot of things go into play that you probably haven't even thought of. That comes into play, and that can make it hard to take you down. He might not have the most health. If you notice, Gohan is a defensive character, and he actually has less health than Trunks. But what he excels at is his actual defensive moves and stuff, and then his endurance. So he's a blend between the two, between defense and endurance. And I was going to show you that because what do you know? Everything I'm telling you is true. They literally built him for that. If he grabs you, it takes both of y'all straight back to the ground. Straight back to the ground so that he can continue to get that health, that stamina regeneration benefit. This character was made to, it's not even supposed to be a character breakdown. We're just talking about Future Super Saiyan. Not even supposed to be a character breakdown. But please keep that in mind. Future Gohan, he's definitely built for defense and endurance. This dude is sick. But back to Energy Dome, defensive moves like that, and you see the stamina coming back. That evasive costs 3 bars of ki. Dude, look, that evasive costs 3 bars of ki. I mean, no, 3 bars of stamina. 3 bars of stamina. I'm on the ground, right? I already got a bar of stamina back. It might cost you, but as they sound like a guaranteed knockaway, and then, whoops. So if you hit them with it, it's gonna knock them back really far. And look, that's crazy. And imagine on your custom character about how you can use this. I just want you to think outside the box. Don't just think of damage anymore. Imagine making a great endurance build. You know what I'm saying? Actually, I think that'd be something great to do. I should probably do a video like that. But anyway, that's just something I want you guys to know. This is all about endurance. This skill is, I will say, it could be used in a defensive manner, but it has no defense buff whatsoever. It's really all about endurance. That is all it's about. And then you could help pick up where it lacks. So with ki recovery, right? You could put on a super soul or anything that has ki recovery, or you could even use a charge skill if you know how to properly implement one. If ki recovery is a big thing to you. But ki recovery with this, okay, but anyway, but realistically, I would say you could definitely put something on to either boost that stamina regeneration, or like Future Gohan, his Super Soul, it gives him ki auto recovery. So that means he automatically starts regenerating ki at 50% health, and he also ends up getting a 20% boost to defense. That is crazy. So now he has all this going on to help keep him in the fight that much longer. That's why, man, that's why this skill, you could really use Future Super Saiyan to really put you up there. Like you might be thinking, oh, Super Saiyan Blue got way better Stamina regeneration, and it does more damage. But you can't think about the time of the match you're going to actually be able to get into that to even get those benefits, right? Just realistically, think about the time and the match that you're actually going to be able to fully use that. You will first have to get 5 bars of key, right? And then from there, it's going to be a struggle. From there, it's going to be a struggle to maintain your key unless you put on a specific super soul that can help boost that. But then, if you whatever super soul you may find, more than likely is not a defense one. It's not a defensive limit burst, and it might not be a health regen limit burst. This is a defensive build. Remember, this is not all about attack. Just please keep that in mind. It, this works great. This works great. I do really wish people would use Future Super Saiyan a lot more. I hope that this actually helps people and that they actually see the better benefit of this skill. It is your boy Creative Beatdown, and y'all stay creative.